Welcome back. If you remember last week, we finally got the shelves up in the office. I'm sure you'll agree they look fantastic, or at least they will do once we've painted them. Adam managed to finish off all of the wiring and the electrics. I've filled all of the countersunk holes in the shelving where the screws are with wood filler, so all I need to do now, sand that down so that it's perfectly smooth. Then I can make a start on painting.
These days are running slow. Sunsets and shores far from home. Headlights are shining on the sea. No place on earth I'd rather be. And I could try to...
Doesn't this look different in daylight? It's nice to be working with the natural daylight flooding through the Velux here instead of constantly working at night under artificial light. So now I can make a start on painting now that all the holes are filled, everything's sanded down. So I'm just loosening the wall lights a little bit so that I can cut in with the brush behind slightly without getting paint on the lights. These cob lights, we can't fix these to the shelves until obviously the shelves are painted. So I'm just going to, with a little bit of masking tape, I'm just going to temporarily stick them to the ceiling just so they are out of the way, because I can't have them dangling down on the shelves when I'm trying to paint.
But tell me, have you ever danced in the rain? And I could try to just follow the sweat, but I'll never find this anywhere else.
So I'm also just going to put some pieces of masking tape around the edge of the lights and the sockets, because I know I'm not the neatest of painters when it comes to cutting in.
I could try to just follow the sweat, but I'll never find this anywhere else.
And I've removed the covers temporarily so that I can paint, and I'll just slightly loosen these sockets. Right, everything's masked off. Let's get some paint on this. Starting with a coat of undercoat primer. Don't worry, this isn't the final colour. As you know, the final colour is going to be the same blue as the cabinets. I've had to temporarily remove the drawers and the cupboard doors so that I can paint the top of the skirting board, because what I didn't realise is that part there couldn't actually get to it to paint it with the drawers and doors being in the way. And while I'm painting, Adam is very kindly paneling off these narrow voids at the end of the cabinet just to finish it off, make it look nice and neat. Appreciated, Adam, because I know last week you said your work is done and you never wanted to set foot in this office ever again.
I've got masses of work to do as well.
You know I appreciate it. So eventually it'll look something like that one over there that he's completed. just basic tongue and groove paneled, which of course will be painted the same as everything else. Right, I best get on with this.
Let's get on with it. Messing about.
Trying to paint in these tight, narrow angles, corners, is not fun. I'm getting paint absolutely everywhere, all over the cob lights.
Losing your best friend, moving on to someone new. You are the only one, and everything I need.
Right, let's see what he's up to. Has he finished? I bet he hasn't. I bet he's faffing about. You still faffing?
Oh, my arm's aching.
Oh, woe is me.
I've literally been at this for hours and hours. Whose idea, trying to get into these angles, these corners? Whose idea was it?
Yeah, well.
I'm sure it'll look amazing once it's finished, but it was, yeah, trying to cut into all these intricate angles. Absolute pain in the backside.
No, it's looking good. Well done.
Oh, I'm feeling my shoulder. It's because my arm's been up for hours like that, trying to cut it. Right, so first top coat on.
Yeah.
What else needs doing? Obviously another top coat. Don't worry guys, I'm not going to bore you to death with that. It'll be as if by magic, it's done. The only other thing I need to do is fill in the holes, the screw holes in the panels that you've put on. Put a undercoat primer on, and then a couple of coats of top coat on that, and finally this goddamn office will be finished.
Well, I'm sure I'll find bits for you to do.
Or at least this side of the office will be finished. I've got plans for that side.
Well, that's so I can stay down.
I've got big plans for that side, can't wait to show you. But let's get this finished first. Anyway, I think I'm done. It must be time for dinner, is it? I'm starving.
The dogs have had it. They've been waiting so long.
The dogs have had it. The dogs have had my dinner.
Yeah.
Right. Switch these off. That will do for tonight, I think. Go on you?
Yeah.
Having two log burners in the cottage, one at either end of the cottage, in order to keep it nice and dry and keep the damp away. We do go through quite a lot of wood. So every now and then what we'll do is we'll order these ton bags of old whiskey barrels that have been chopped down into smaller pieces, because this hardwood burns really, really well on the log burners, and I must admit that ever so slight aroma of whiskey wafting through the cottage feels very nice indeed. But what I need to do is try and get all of this out of the bags into the log store before the rain starts becoming too heavy, because it's all nice and dry at the moment, so we do not want it to get wet. And it's teeming down, of course it is. Let's try and get this in as quick as possible. The weather's got the better of me, so I'll just cover that with tarp and I'll need to deal with it later. It's a bit bleak, isn't it?
It's horrible.
Is that how you say it? Pronounce it? Bleak? Got it? Pronounce it properly, Adam.
It's windy, rainy and wet.
Go on, give it a go. Give it a go. Bleak.
Bleak.
We've escaped from office DIY for a moment because we need to go and restock the shelves in our little Godwin Vintage unit at Garrion Bridges Antique Centre. Isn't that right?
Yep.
It's been a while since we were last there, so we may have sold quite a lot. Imagine we got there and all the shelves were bare. We've sold everything.
Won't knock some more they've stopped.
More than likely, everything will just need a quick dust, and people will have been messing about with stuff, moving the hats on your camera lamps and your goggles, much to your dismay.
Hopefully not. No, I mean, I'm buying antique curiosities and vintage items over the past month. So we need to get down there to stock them up. Still more in the house to bring down, but I haven't finished fixing, repairing, polishing, cleaning. So that will have to wait for another day, but I've got a bootload of stuff today to take down.
No breakages this time, thank God.
No, no one's messed with anything.
Usually they mess about with these hats and the goggles, so Adam's had to cable tie the hats so they can't be shifted. Otherwise we'd come in and the hat would be in a different unit way down there somewhere.
done?
Yeah, all done. Let's now go and find some curiosities for my office.
I think you've got enough.
Huh?
I think you've got enough
If
curiosities.
you're wanting vintage stuff, this is the place to be.
Yeah, I know, but you've got enough
We
stuff.
just spoke to a customer who's bought one of our lamps, who's having a 1920s inspired party, themed party.
So she's going to come and get the little brownie desk lamp for it.
Yeah, because this stuff will be perfect for that. Right, let's go.
Now what you found?
Look at these. Photos of Guinness Brewery in Dublin.
No way.
Yeah. Quite cool, aren't they?
It looks like Clydesdale horses, isn't it?
Yeah. The map of the brewery.
So 1820.
What have you found?
Use this for bird spotting.
For bird spotting? Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
They would look great in my office, wouldn't they? Just for a display piece.
Need a bit of a leather conditioner on them.
Well done. Good find.
I see no ships.
Okay, so while I wait for the first coat of paint to dry on the shelf behind me before I can apply the second top coat, I'm going to attempt to do some more of the skirting board. Now this is really tricky because I've never done skirting boards before. I've never cut angles for skirting boards. When we did the bedroom refurbishment, we basically took the existing skirting boards off, laid the wood flooring, and then popped the existing skirting boards back on, so there was no cutting or joins or anything to do. Now, I would have thought an angle like this, so you can see I've got this piece of skirting board, this is just a scrap piece, obviously it will be longer, needs to butt up to this skirting board that runs beneath the cabinets. So I would have thought you would have to cut a 45-degree angle mitre joint on both skirting boards and then butt them up like that. But what I've heard is that's not the way to do it because walls are very rarely straight, and if the wall is slightly out, instead of your skirting board being exactly square, it's going to be slightly out, and then you'll end up with a gap in the joint like that, which obviously isn't what we want. So what I have heard is that the proper way to do it is to scribe out of the front of the skirting board the profile. So that shape there with the intricate detail, I need to cut that out of the front so that it will butt right up nice and snug to the existing skirting board. Now, I'm not entirely sure how this is going to work out because I've never done it before, but seemingly what I need to do, or one of the ways you can do this, is to cut a 45-degree angle. That will give me a definite profile in which I can follow when I'm using the coping saw to cut that out. I hope this works really well because I don't have any spare skirting board if I mess this up. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so while there's a very brief break in the rain, it is still spitting, but I just need to get this done quickly. I'm going to cut 45-degree angle once again, then I'm going to go back over and cut 45-degree the opposite way on the flat bit. It probably doesn't make sense at the moment, but I'll show you. So as I mentioned earlier, I've cut 45-degree angle this way on the skirting board. I've cut 45-degree angle back into the skirting board along this straight edge. It's not perfectly straight, but hey, nothing a little bit of filler won't solve. Now what I'm going to do with my coping saw, I cut along this wiggly edge here. There we go. So that is exactly what I need. Same as last night, just sand it down a little bit. Right, all this works. Let's go and see. Is this going to fit? No. It's not a million miles away if you look at it from a certain angle, that is. See, this is why you should just stick to design and spaces and leave the actual joinery and carpentry to the experts. But having said that, even Adam would have struggled with this, because when I asked Adam, how do you scribe a skirting board, he had no idea. He was just going to mitre the corners, the join, which, to be fair, might have worked, might not have worked. What I keep hearing is when you mitre the corners of skirting boards, if the walls are slightly out, there will still be gaps anyway. So anyway, I don't have time to faff about with this any longer. I need to finish painting the shelves, so the skirting board will just need to wait for the time being. So I wasn't happy with the scribing that I did because it just wasn't good enough, so I tried again. Third time lucky, it's turned out a lot better this time. See, practice makes perfect. However, the issue we now have is this long length of skirting board that is going to continue past this balustrade. Look what's going on. You've got this gap under here, and you can't see it from that camera angle, but you've got a gap at this end, and it's touching the floor here. So what we've realised is the floor goes like that. It's not completely level, kind of dips down on that side, raises up slightly, and then it dips down this side. And we never noticed that until we started trying to fit the skirting board. So what's the solution? This is an absolute pain in the ass. This is why I don't do joinery or carpentry or anything. So the solution, the only thing we can think of, is to scribe the bottom of the skirting board following this curve, this bow in the floor, and then cut the bottom of the skirting board off to follow the shape of the floor, if that makes sense. I really can't be bothered, but it's the only way we can get the skirting board to fit. Just look at that ridiculous gap there. It's kind of like rocking like a seesaw. It's too high at this end, too high at the other end, but perfectly flat against the floor in the middle there. So I did say that I've also got big plans for this side of the room. What I need to do first is get the skirting board finished along this wall as well. So the skirting board wasn't long enough to continue all the way. So what we've done is we've just cut 45-degree angles on both skirting boards, so that hopefully it will just join together like so. A little bit of filler in that join there and sand it down, nobody will ever know. But it was a case of how to end the skirting board. We didn't just want it to be a straight end because that would look weird. The skirting board can't continue past the spiral staircase because the spindles of the spiral staircase are so close to the wall, or rather one spindle is. The skirting board won't go through, and we can't afford to rip out the spiral staircase and replace that at the moment. So what we're going to do is end the skirting board, so it'll go as far as the first spindle on the staircase. And we've done another 45-degree cut, tiny little piece on the skirting board to create what is known as a return. So instead of just being a flat edge, it will kind of look something like that. You'll have the moulding detail on the side piece as well, rather than it just being a straight cut. Hopefully that works well. There's a lot of hopefuls going on in this project. Now the skirting board for this wall, because the radiator's here and we have pipes for the radiator that come out of the old skirting board, what we're going to do for the time being is we're just going to add a section of skirting board here, miter it at a 45-degree angle on the end, then the same on the other side. And the plan is eventually, when we can get hold of a plumber who will come out this far, have him remove the radiator, move the pipes up so they come out with the wall instead of the skirting board. Goodness knows why they come out of the skirting board currently. I can't see a reason for that. And then we'll get a nicer radiator, because this is a little bit yellowing. I know you can paint them, but I want something nice that works well with the aesthetics of the office. So once that's done, once we've had a plumber to do that, we'll have a section of skirting board that is mitered at both ends that will just slot in, screw, glue, a little bit of filler, and it will appear to be one continuous section. I swear this attic conversion is going to be the death of me. Sometimes I do take a step back and ask myself, is it really worth all the trouble and hassle converting this space? But then I remember I spend around 80% of my time tucked away in what was once an uninspiring, bland attic conversion. So yes, it will be worth it in the end. I hope, anyway. I hope you're enjoying following along with us on this journey. If you are, remember to give our video a like, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and hit that hype button if you can see it, as all of these little things really do help our channel. Do you remember when I bought this light for my office? This gorgeous walnut effect around the edge? It has to go, it can't stay. So I got an email from the manufacturer saying it basically isn't safe. The transformer that they've used in it doesn't meet EU regulations, and it could cause electric shock or fire. So the last thing we want is obviously a fire in the cottage, because I'm pretty sure insurance wouldn't pay out on that if they found out that we knew this had a potential flaw with it. So I'm going to have to replace it. The problem is I can't find another one similar, which is a shame because I do like this. So I bought just a generic flat kind of panel light that will fit on there instead. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. It is what it is.
Right, get rid of this death trap.
It is a shame because I do like that one, but if it's not safe. Oops. Bits dropping out of it already, Benji.
No, it's to do with the LED resistors don't meet UK regs. Which we only found out once we got a safety email through from the site that regulates all this stuff. So that's got to go back to the manufacturer to your destruction, and we bought a new one, very similar design, made in the UK by Philips, with all the correct regs attached.
It's not as nice though, but
I think you'll actually find this will give a better light than this one.
do you think?
Yeah.
Does it do the different settings?
Yeah, like that. That's a much better light as well.
Well, at least it's not going to burn the house down, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Right, should we go and take a look? The grand reveal.
Hang on.
Oh, the supervisor's coming up as well, is he? Come on, Benji, what do you think?
My God, is it finished?
It looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's not bad. Pair of amateurs.
What an incredible transformation this has been, hasn't it?
Just a bit.
Wow, when you think back to what it was, after the last year of me working up here in such a, I wouldn't say dismal space, but it was certainly uninspiring and a little bit bland, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And the thing is, as I keep saying, because I spend so much time up here, it's good to have a really nice space like this to work in, whether it be doing my day job, whether it be doing YouTube videos or my creative stuff.
You pleased with it?
I am, yeah.
Good God.
It's been hard work though, hasn't it?
You're a very demanding client, you are.
The thing is though, as a designer, I'll have a vision in my head, and it's almost like it's like an itch you need to scratch. I need to get that vision out of my head and make it a reality. But the thing is, it never goes as smoothly as what you first think it's going to be, especially in an old building like this. Nothing's straight.
No.
The wiring is really old when we were trying to do the electrics and things like that.
Yeah.
It was just, everything was just a challenge, wasn't it? Even the skirting board, even right to the last minute, putting the skirting boards.
Because the floor was about 2 inches out.
Exactly, that full length skirting board there, we realised it was higher at one end, lower at the other, no, higher at both ends and lower in the middle. It's because the floor goes like that. So we had to scribe and mess about, and you know, you're thinking you're in the finish point, and then there's another obstacle to overcome, isn't there? But I think if there's one thing I can say, we're bloody excellent at problem solving and overcoming these issues, aren't we?
We have a lot of patience, don't we, Benji?
Especially with our help of our little supervisor, Benji.
Where's the other supervisor?
The assistant supervisor sleeping downstairs, Alfie.
Does he need to inspect as well? Does he?
Are you happy with the colour that I chose?
Yeah, it looks nice. It's not too dark. It's like sort of calming colour.
It's a little bit different to my original concept, but
Well, you were going to go much darker,
I
weren't you?
was, but when I had the colour samples and I put them up against the wall, I realised because of the limited light in here, because we only have the one Velux, it looked a little bit too dark.
Yeah.
And you know I'm a fan of dark tones. I do like the dark, moody decor anyway. But I think if this was going to be a snug or a library or a whiskey room or something like
Yeah,
that.
but this is a workroom.
Yeah, you know, I didn't want it to have too much of a cosy cocooning feel, because I'm meant to be in here feeling energized and ready to work. This isn't a space for me to be all cocooning and snug and
I
sleepy.
expect great things to come out of this office now it's done.
So yeah, that's the reason I chose a slightly lighter blue. But what I've noticed though is a lot of the time we've been working on this room, it's been on evenings, and because evenings are darker and we're working under artificial light, the blue changes depending on the light. So I'll be working on here during the day, as in my day job, and the blue will look completely different to what it does working under the artificial light.
Yeah.
Sometimes it looks more greeny, sometimes it looks more bluey, sometimes it looks grey. So I quite like that. I think that's one of the good things about the fire and ball paint. It does appear to change tone ever so slightly.
It's got a lot of pigment in.
Yes, yeah. But yeah, I'm happy with it. I don't think it's too dark. It certainly adds character to the space. Are you liking this rug, Benji? We found this in Morocco. This is another one of our, not Morocco, Tunisia.
Yeah.
This is another one of our purchases.
And then trying to get it back.
You're trying to get it back.
Well, we got this one and we got the other really thick one.
Yeah, that's right. We got two rugs, didn't we, from our recent trip to Tunisia. This is beautiful, handmade. The time and effort that goes into making these things. Benji clearly likes it.
It's the same colorism.
It is. You blend in well, Benji.
Well, I think this is the first time this has been able to come out because Alfie's not around, so he won't eat it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the other rug we got, which was in the living room, we've had to put that away for the time being because
Everything nice is put away.
Don't you be spilling your red wine on this rug.
I'm not. This is the only time wine is allowed in this room, and then that's it. It's coffee.
We haven't finished yet, so don't look over that side.
No, that's all outside, which we need to come and get inside in a minute.
But I've got big plans. Like I said earlier, I've got big plans for that side, so I can show you a little idea that I've got for that a little later, Adam. Sorry guys, you will need to wait until a future video to see what I do with this space. All of my little curiosities. And the thing is, like, not everything has to be, I know we live in an old cottage, but not everything has to be cottage core, granny chic.
It's to the individual. Everyone's individual style, bits they've collected from different places. Like the picture over there, which someone painted for us, the pictures we picked up in Tunisia and Corfu and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. It's our home, so it has our character.
And then of course my plants.
And of course your plants, yeah.
Do you like my plants?
I do like your plants, yeah. I hope you're not expecting me to water them and...
Well, you got mother's tongue, so when you're not doing enough work, she'll be having a go at you. You got money plants to bring you prospect.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
And good luck. So you got 2 of them, so they're about 40 years old, each of those.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They're really slow growing, so you got to look after them.
40 years old? That's incredible.
See, he's at those tassels already.
Yeah, yeah. Alfie?
Don't you dare, you little monkey.
So, are you ready for the next project, Adam?
No, I'm going to have a bit of...
A little bit of time off. Rightly so. I think we both need a little bit of time off after this project. Would you like me, on my vintage telephone, to order us a takeaway?
Well, that'd be nice.
Actually, that's one of the things I miss about living here in the countryside. It's difficult to get a takeaway delivered, isn't it? Well, it's near enough impossible.
You need to drive to go and get
I know, but sometimes you don't want to leave the house. It would be quite nice to have a delivery, but you can't have it all. We've got the pub next door for food, so that's good. Speaking of which, is it food time?
I think it is.
Should we go to the pub for grub?
That'd be nice.
Yeah. Do you want to come, Benji? Do you want to go to the pub?
Alf, do you want to go
Do
to the
you
pub?
want to go to the pub?
You ready?
Let's go. Oh, your wine. I'll grab your wine.
Well, I can't take that plus. Down you go, Benj.
There you go. Go on, quickly.
Let me go first then. Good dogs.